Unless maybe it's two guys and me.
Oh,
you
can't.
But again, no, I can't handle.
It's about time.
The Red Seat, mid-morning to Kone, every Wednesday, Sawa Mukaga.
We are also on Galaxy TV. Big up on yourself. Thank you so much for tuning in wherever you tuned in from. Zeda chikakumi otogerera zezakavako kusawa omukaga sakaraman.
Ulunankala
Watagwan.
Tuli mwezi gwa kumi tunatera okugumala.
Okitegeera.
Leero tubadde mazaalibwa ga mwana wa Nabbi. Bamuyita Kaimani. Osobola omuyita Kaimani Abajamaica Mali. Mutabani wa Nabbi yazaalwa olunaku lwa Jamaica so tulina celebration. Nabbi Robert Nesta Mali. Bamuyite Bob Mali.
International oba.
International
Nabbi. Is there international Nabbi?
Nabbi waffe barasta.
Rasta.
Abatalya nnyama nga tekuli litojjo.
Talya mwenge.
So yesterday was a celebration of Peter. You know, members. Nakureya fatu batu mujukirako. One year now. Donga the rod, man.
Peter.
Pamela, how's been your week and how have you been?
My week has been good.
So far?
Yeah, so far. Because me, I feel like Wednesday about the week is just
Olukusatu lwabisirani?
Olunaku lwabisirani olwokusatu bw'osinkana omuntu wakuwa ddiiro nti lwakusatu lwekutukomanya eyo yandifa tugenda tubikyusa bukyusa.
By the way, I've also heard that before. Mbulaki days are Monday, Wednesday and Sunday. Nenga
mwine ebintu byemukkiririzaamu
Monday, Thursday ne Sunday.
Sunday kati nakenda nezba. Kyokka mu Uganda report ya traffic yatulaze nga ku Sunday abantu basinga okufa.
Okitegeera?
Saturday, Sunday ne Friday.
Essaawa wazirabize basinga okufaamu.
12:59 nga obwetaddeko eddiba paka ku 1:59 nga zigenda kwenda beyond is a rush.
4 p.m. to 5:59.
All right, guys, welcome. The name of the show is The Red Seat. Baba va mu kyalo nga bakoma mu kibuga.
Nedda baba mu ba.
Nedda. No,
like Sundays people are chilling times. And you know the age? 35 years below are the ones who are dying most.
Auntie Katabayo, they are from villages back to town.
Yes.
Okitegeera.
No, nedda bambi. Ordinarily 30-year-old, 28-year-old, what are you looking for every weekend in the village?
Ebyo tujja byogerako oluvannyuma. Olunaku lwali tugenda kwogera kantu ke bayita submission. Submission tukayita tutya mu Luganda ditacha. Submission in a relationship. Because we misunderstand.
Kwemalira munno. Ali balona okwemalira that you know.
Submission no kumala no kwemalira they don't connect.
So kwemalira kuno koza mente ebizibu obyemalira. But Lawayo it is submission. Kwewaayo ndo submit
is to like respect someone.
Yes.
It's like to
fully feel
okukiriza omuntu abeere bene nga yekamala byonna
okuba weewaddeyo ku lwoyo gaba omwewadde okumwewa
okwewa omuntu submission. So men usually want women to submit.
Indeed.
But sometimes we misunderstand submission. So Pamela,
in foolishness.
Let me start off with you. In your own understanding, submission, how can you define it in your own understanding?
For me, I define submission as a woman letting the man take the lead.
Okay.
Like giving the man that authority
not taking
to
the lead.
Be her director.
Do his organic thing.
Totally agree.
Yeah, like to be her director. And it's also innate. It's natural in us as women. Natural. It's inborn. Yeah? Innate. Banange.
Manyi oluzungu lwafuluma ebiseera bye mwalinga ne prima nga olukakkanya
inertia wama it is innate, not innate.
Yeah.
yes.
So me, even it's already in us as women that we can easily submit to our man.
Yes.
Like because we always like to be directed by men, to be led by them, to follow in their vision. So it's about that. Me, I believe submission is a woman accepting the man to take the lead, to direct the relationship or the marriage or the affair where it's going, to also respect, to give the man the respect that he deserves.
There's a difference between what you're saying and some of the misconceptions of being entirely in bondage.
Yeah.
Like you can't make a decision of your own. Like the other party has utter control over you. And submission, okay, on the higher percentage, tutunulia side yabachala. But there are also some women that naturally demand submission from men.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
no submission on jayogera ko ede ya kungulu. Nabayo.
Yes.
Bana bachala engeri gye bajja okubba. Ba submittinga kungulu. Nalaga nti agonze oba yakwewadde nnyo kumbe munda muli akubaza
ayagala kubba
kubanga tulabye kubibala va ku kyokubba nti oba financial oba biki
yes
assets oba biki wabula balina engeri gye beegonzaamu kumbe ayagala bene koona mwakuteeka alyoka ajjeyo enjala okitegedde kuba tubalabyeko abajjeyo enjala ku property bajjeyo enjala after man is this man is bajja enjala before even a man after you weekend bajja enjala ne webuza
when you say when a man weekends aunga radde
nulekola bajja enjala
kati aba she's now the one to take charge
like
no if you are unable then I have to step in as your partner to take charge nisikuja enjala yeah but it's just me taking charge from you
then bana bachala bolaba balina engeri gye bakola gye batukeneka mbu kagamba let me see what he can do let me be this and see
yes
yesuduwaza amao sate second okulaba kyogenda kukola
tebamanyi naffe tubalaba do you think you have better brains than us we are men
there's nothing as sneaky as a woman
with this mathematics or literature or anything but in manning in humanhood we can compete in
humanhood
but in humanhood wano tuli muntu kati onsinza oti abagenze ikaranza Adamu
akagambo kavudde mu humanity ne kada mu human
Eva teyawadde Adam the apple to eat she compel him to eat
nga mukene kabwati agamba now see this one I've already known how sweet that thing is but
how did he know it was sweet
this is what I want us to understand. Some of the times we mistaken submission for fear, for dominance, and sometimes for like when kunyonyode like total bondage and when I say fear I mean like literally tremble and dominance like you can't make any decision of your own. You feel like abamwe when you know some people's school of thought of submission is ebiroto byange byonna kati nyino bisula ngoberere musajja jalaga jetulaga kyagamba ne wafuwa bufuyo oliwa
beba abachala bayise mu window 2 kati labayo kati ne bwoba gwe you are an employee here nga wajja wakuba mavivi oboli nengeri wagulirira mu boli nengeri gye wagwawo bugwinga bakunyiga obunyizirwa nakola ntya oli nengeri gye obawetya ndi sawo nabamyusa kati woman ayise mu window 2 yona asanze omugagga na olusina mufumbo na munyiga abantu mukayumba gamba she feels totally part of the relationship emuli wala obakitegere ngamba window 2 gitegere but if you've found your man like ditacha mwekwanye mweyagadde mwe proposing the way wasadi mwe
no but you see also that thing of submission I think it also comes from the way that we have been taught to submit to men and the spirit behind it because sometimes our sayings tell us submit to a man because you will have power over him at the end of the day and that is a secret weapon for most women. They'll tell you omusajja kasta o submitting you will have his heart you will have you will just definitely take him
now that's where I want us to polish from when jagala kati to light to abachala basabu meeting batya ensabu meeting entufu okwewayo kutufu eri omusajja kwe kuliwa
submitting entufu ditacha when you see the kind of women that you guys have talked about of a woman who is pretending to submit it's because the man is demanding that she submits
but most of them do pretend 90% I think women are pretenders
they yes it's
they feign
it's very true that there's women who pretend and there are very many women because we have about the generation has changed this thing of women equality and it has kind of altered the way that women are supposed to live. Society is changing, it's shifting that we are now a couple and we treat each other as an equal couple because at the end of the day when a woman feels like she's putting in effort into the relationship, her masculinity comes up. Because us as women, we also have the masculine side. So that masculine side is going to come out because the man is not playing that role. And then the man, on the other hand, is going to want her to be submissive, force her to be submissive. And that's when you see aspects of pretense coming in. She's pretending to be submissive because the man is demanding for that submissiveness, and he's not playing his role as the man.
So when a man fails to play one role or the other, you become a man, you're following the devil.
Yes. when a man requires a woman to put in effort, like maybe let's say some guys who say 50-50, over 50-30, Sasula Zamazi, I'll pay for water, you pay for electricity. Or maybe you fuel your car and I'll drop the kids to school. Or like when a man starts demanding that a woman plays his role, it's going to take her out of... Who defined
those roles?
It's going to take her...
If you have money, you don't need to bring any 30 or 20 for fuel. I said by telling you guys,
submissiveness is inborn for us as women. If I'm in the right place as a woman, naturally I'll submit. I'm not deceiving.
Let me tell you. Do you know omanyi bama baffe effort je batekangamu? Okimanyi nga beba owning almost everything nga bagenda nga ne balima nga kasooli yenna ali mu store wuwe. Do you know that bajjajja bafa abamu abasajja ebintu ebyokulima n'okuweyaza obugagga awaka gwalinga mulimu gw'abakyala nga for them they were playing on the supervisory role, kunywa malwa, but no woman woke up and said, hey, kati nze nalimye kasooli oyo, have now become a man. You with your 20k you've contributed to rent. With your 10k you want to become a man the following morning.
Okay, then
Pamela,
that leads me to my next question. Is submissiveness learned? Is it a habit that is taught, or it is inborn? Like
it is in women, but women are easily taught new things. We're spreading cancer. Muite mbachala. We're kuyigiriza abantu okunywa shisha. Ita mbachala. We're kuyigiriza abantu ebisiyaga. Ita mbachala. For them, they adopt easily anything that comes their way. Kati wabagamba ko you're equal to men. Some of them want to wear gundi.
Dixon,
Popper, November.
I look at submissiveness as a baby. You know, like it's like a character that grows into, not a character, but a behavior that is tainted or somehow spoiled along the way. Because when a baby is born, they are pure. But then as they grow, the society, their habits that come in, the friends that you keep, the kind of people that bring you up, or you just grow on your own. So all those contribute to who you are, but
to the nature of the person.
So submissiveness, as much as it's inborn, like a woman will fall into her submissiveness if the man is in his right place as the man.
Then that means it becomes conditional, which I do not agree with.
No,
my role with that citizen. You see, because what you're saying, I totally understand. Yeah, babies born, they are pure, but then if a man is doing what they're supposed to, then a woman will be submissive.
That means, no, I'm not saying if a man is doing, she will find herself submissive to that man, naturally respecting him. Like it will just come naturally. You'll just see this woman.
That means it's conditional. Along the way. Along the way. Hold up. You know, she gets a man, the ideal woman. She is submitting to that man because probably the man is older than her. So then I not sent.
Henry, I wanted you to understand the point I'm making. I'm saying it is not because the man is older or because the man is richer or because the man is, ABS, because there are tags to a man that a woman will be submissive. Unless it's by force. Naturally, she will be submissive if the man is the kind of man she desires. Naturally, she's not trying to make
it. The day he stops being the kind of man, because that happens. The day he stops being the kind of man that she wants, the submissiveness will evaporate.
So do you know?
It can easily.
It's going to evaporate. I'll start with what the Bible says. The Bible tells the woman to be submissive to the husband, and tells the husband
to love.
It's I think in John. And tells the husband to love. So if one is not there, the other is not going to happen. If I'm not loved, I won't be submissive. So submissiveness, just like she was saying, it comes automatic. When you're loved, when you're with someone that you love and loves you, it comes automatic. It is not something. It's within us. It's like how it's like how reflex muscles work. Like when something attacks you, your eyes will shut and what. So when you're loved, submissiveness comes. That's why you'll see women ngaina kagaike maybe kato tekaina na sente ya ina sente, but just because she feels she's loved the way she deserves to be loved,
so she's submitting.
She's submitting to the guy. So that's how it works. It is just automatic.
Nga mwogera na kone mbane bolo kwa gai kamwagala nnyo oba gai wa mwagala niwa bat si low level, I mean si wa wansi nnyo gyali niwa babali at par gai alina mu biki nenga fala mwagala nnyo mukazi omanya bakazi obagala nnyo bakuyita fala where she calls and you're there where she offends you and you're saying sorry amala na kufula fala because boba yiga mangu
actually some sajja fala you loving me does not mean you're losing your masculinity as a man, because some men will love you and then like they love you too much and then like you don't feel the manhood in
so ino tolina kwagala nnyo kuunga ono bya kulima mbu feeling loved obaja kuita fala. A woman doesn't want a fala.
I think along the way, somewhere, somehow,
every woman wants a man that loves her.
But
you know, men, no, this is the difference. A man who is loving me in a feminine way, in a woman-like way, is a turn off.
How?
Yeah?
Like how is
a man who is loving me like the way a woman loves a man is the turn off.
Okay, how?
A man who is loving me in a masculine way.
Which one is a feminine way? If I keep buying you flowers, that is feminine.
Crying.
No, flowers is you're buying me something.
Okay.
That is
a man who loves you, but when you cry, he cries.
Now, like, when I cry, you cry. Like, seriously, I'm supposed to cry. A man who loves with emotion, too much emotion, that is like feminine. But a man who loves with logic, that is a man. Because we expect men to be on the thinking side. A man who provides solutions. Women want to follow a man who loves them by providing solutions for them.
Man who leads.
Yeah.
No, by now, baby, this and this and this. Back
to the drawing board now. Men are dominant beings. Like omusajja yatonde bangali dominant, and then women naturally are attracted to men that dominate them. Naturally kirizagana, and that's where the submissiveness comes from. But then often abavubuka benaku zino Gen Zs ngaka kofiira ako Myra kayambadde, quite often you hear them saying omukyalo ne yantama kubanga ampisaamu amaaso takola ki tampa kitiibwa, you do not respect me. And then also the woman says I cannot respect you if you're not behaving. You're not coming through as a man for me. So why do we have a lot of women now demanding for respect and a lot of men also hinting on submission? Have we misunderstood submission in one way or the other?
Wanu ngabe tukugambye nti gender equality abana bakiza babubi ekyokubiri no man still demands for the other submissiveness of kamira ko eriyo bakyabirimu, and some women still do it freely. They enjoy it, they kneel, they do what then ni waliwo wakati abita kwatagana kati abalenzi ennaku zino benyumyako nawe emyaka ebitototejo balaba injustice balabera mulaki omukazi yaba ne sente haine banga mwana nzali no mubeera mbuli kimu. That's what most guys complain about. Bonyumya nabo nabe emyaka eja 25 asatu mugumu ejo kumalinga eja 24 obiki alina mu kasente yalabira ddala akamwana kiddemu kati yali na mama jani tayagala dogula kano kitegedde bo ataba wala bakirabira ddala nga babeera mu relationship nawe you to take over. Kati guys are not ready to take over. The Gen Z because naye alaba olinamu okola alaba
kati muvamu masculinity your role
kati awo we baluzingira era kibulanga olaba single moms bangi olaba biki sigama nti abazaalamu bakadde abazaalamu
myaka
gyabwe naye lwaki ate olw'ensonga eyo aba alabanga nawe olinamu lwakinza abakafiiramu.
Anyway, me I feel like we are in a generation where everyone is scared. Everyone is scared in a way nti omukazi ne wabakola akasente ke, they're scared to give in their money into the relationship and then the man naye agamba naye akola rush taleta yo kyalese nange zange ngenda zesigalizo kitegeera nemberawo nga nemberawo nga everyone is competing for like everyone is scared to just give in into the relationship and give it like 100%. Okay. If you're to submit 100%. If you're to take control of your family as a man, you're also scared of taking like full control. Kazi njam teka msente zange, ate enchaba mtwale. So katomkazi wakea kumasha neteka msente because you're scared of investing in them.
Oh yeah.
There are things she doesn't expect for you to say. Because if we stay in the same house, you pay rent, I pay the bills. I pay for my nails, I pay for my hair, I buy myself clothes, and even sometimes for you. And then meaning I have to work for all of that, and you have to work.
Oh yeah.
Because it's not that you don't have the money, but you're just scared to invest in me.
Oh, yeah.
And now I'm doing it myself. And that means I also have to work hard. Working hard ngenda kwerabilira makago waliwo ebifemu bitajja soboka kati okusako 12 nkufumbire breakfast ngate nino kwekolerera.
Okay, we have a message coming in from Alpha Ben, who is tuned in from Mityana. Ayogedde ebintu bino wamanga agambye, guys, thank you so much for the red seat. If a woman does the following, then she qualifies to be submissive. 1, if she yields decision making power. 1, according to him, shows difference from others, prioritizes the man's needs, avoids conflict, and seeks a man's approval in every decision that she's going to make. Then that one qualifies to be submissive. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break. Hold that thought. We want us to understand what submissiveness is and what it is not, when it is applicable and when it's not supposed to be applicable. Submissiveness, even before we go for a break here, indicates that it involves mutual respect, it involves trust and partnership.
Yeah.
With submissiveness, mungeri ogitegeera otya after the break.
Partnership awe tugende kuliramu.
Weesirikire after the break tovaawo. This is the red seat.
This is no ordinary discussion. This is the red seat mu mid morning tukone. Zina. Waliwo abuuzizaako engeri y'okkulaakulanya mu bizinesi yo naye nga tomanyi wakutandikira. Okimanyi toyinza okuba otuuse ku buwanguzi. Weesabire looni okuva mu Numida ne bakugonnomolako miliyoni za Uganda 10 bwentu. Tuli wamu nammwe abeeyiya nga bamakanika, ababotiiki, abalina ebintu byemwekolera, aba hoteri, ate ng'okusasula kwangu nnyo. Okusasula okuva ku nnaku 15 paka ku nnaku 6. Okkulaakulanya bizinesi yo kati kyangu nnyo. Genda ku Presto wakati onoonye Numida osabe looni yo okulaakulane. Tukubire ku nooti 8 M00 240 oba ku WhatsApp ku 0787 569 03 oba tukyalireko ku mutimbagano gwaffe ogwa www.numida.com. Numida, kulaakulanya bizinesi yo.
Kahaso kali important naye kahit kali sensitive and more stiff. Naye teri kuziza, the hustle goes on. Kasitobera ne code okategedde. Code ya Sprite. In this hot weather, Sprite, heat happens, cool down. Walk into Eastbart University City Campus at Conrad Plaza and embrace your passion in IT. Most rewarding and fully accredited cutting-edge diplomas and UBTEB accredited certificates, besides several short courses like CCNA, cybersecurity, data science, cloud computing, AI and Python. Eastbart University is renowned for its world-class infrastructure and best teaching skills, thereby ranked among the top 10 in Africa by Times Higher Education UK. For details, visit us at Conrad Plaza in Tebe Road or visit www.eastbartuniversity.ac.ug. Eastbart University, empowering lives, empowering Uganda, empowering Africa.
Abato, lero tugenda kubala. Emu, bili, satu, inya, tano. Nyumirwa engeri empya ettaano ez'okwagala omwana wo. Woweeza era okuma olususu lw'omwana wo ng'okozesa enkola empya ettaano. Movit Baby Jelly Original okukuza omwana wo. Movit Baby Jelly Aloe Vera okukuma olususu lwa shibubu wo. Movit Baby Jelly Cocoa Butter okubudaabuda pinku wo. Akawawa ka Movit Baby Jelly akasaamusaamu okukakkanya omwana w'omuto. Ne Movit Baby Jelly Avocado okugonza olususu lwa bujubuju. Bisange mu maduuka gonna agakuli okumpi. Movit Baby Jelly okwekakasa kw'olunaku lwonna.
The Red Seat mu mid morning tukone every Wednesday sawa mukaga to 1 p.m.
Yeah, welcome back. Join the conversation 0707102102. Big up on yourself. Felix tuned in all the way from Rukunjiri. What is true submission in a relationship and where do we get it wrong? This is Gary.
Ng'omusajja ebyo abikola nga bw'abikola. Nete ekintu malamu maanyi ng'omusajja olaba alina abasajja ennaku zo mwasirwa yamulaba omukazi ng'akola oba you feel like oyagala omukazi abeere nga akuyambako ku buvunaanyizibwa bwo, which is okay. Naye olumu obuvunaanyizibwa nemubulekera ddala. Ogenda kuba omusajja alina ssente, omusabayo $5,000 yeekambuwaza, tagula mmere, talina kyakola, naye naye ayagala obeere ng'oli submissive. Ng'omukyala ng'okola ebibyo ng'omuntu like obuvunaanyizibwa bwo naye ng'omusajja obwe tabutuukiriza. At some point either ng'agaana bugaanyi, abasajja mwasiwala bw'olaba omukazi ng'akola oba oyagala mumenya bumenya olw'okuba omukazi asobola okugula emmere ewaka, omukazi asobola okusasula renti, omukazi asobola okukola kino. Ekyo ennaku zino mukikozesa nnyo olaba ng'omukazi asobola obikola byonna. You also relax. Okitegeera sinajje ngenda kujja laave eyo ey'okusabumiitinga nga kimu nkyekolera. Banetera ekintu kinyuma, just like Pam said, omusajja ng'akola by'alina okukola. Submissiveness is just naturally.
So is submission a transaction?
No,
like
yes. Abazungu abatusooka kati ffe tuli excited because we are just seeing women emancipation, we are just seeing women working. Abazungu babikola dda bakyala bakola. Their love is purely relationship, very purely contract.
Yes.
Obadde okimanyi? Bo bamanya batekawo nti ofuna mmeka ne mu submitting anono nti ofuna mmeka era bw'okyusa mu salaleyo ne mu indicating ne ku marriage contract yamwe nti yakyusiza salary kati afuna $2,000,000.
Yes.
Abadde afuna 5. Beebyabwe bazuula dda nti kintu tekijja soboka. Ebyo ebiri pure contract. Ebyano bye tujja mu love. Ono kaleeteyoko zaayagala. Tobola tewajja kuba marriage. Nze nkubuulira.
No, that is the I mean the how did you call it, Henry?
The partnership
bit of it.
But
a woman's love is submission. If a woman loves you, they will submit.
Definitely.
If they don't love you, they won't submit. They will give reasons not to.
Byayogedde Tina avuddeko
Muwulidde. Of which I agree with her. Because that's the thing I was saying earlier. When a man does what he's supposed to do as a man, you have reasons to love him. You will love this man and you will submit.
But then why are you with him if you don't feel like he's going to be the man you want to? Because I feel like you see, we tugenda mu nsobi bwe tutuuka mu nsobi ate ne tukoleramu ensobi endala.
Nno weebuuze kino, a man who has money and authority, omukazi lwaki asubmitting ne waba tamwagala? Because reason you're forcing submission, olina ssente, olina buli kimu ky'asaba, ajja kusubmittinga nampaka oba takwagala yamanyi. Labayo, so many girls are there batugamba I don't love my man. Simanyi kiri awo kya lubuto lunene. Era batuwanamuuko emipira.
Nenga kugamba bane obudde bugenze nina okuddayo.
But when a man comes, she's there bowing down, she's down because
the man is doing his best. As a man.
Tikati fechitegeeza bano ba financial equality bano ofuna butwalo 8 yafuna akamu kitundu. Temujja kutajja kusubmitinga. Tolina kyolina muli kulebe.
No, you see, let me tell you guys.
A woman,
If
a woman tells you, it's such and when she goes back, she submits to that man. They are lying you.
Anti batuwa friendly match.
Akakuwa, yes, because maybe they're not getting that from
what
Pam, what are you saying?
But it was friendly match.
Hold up that thought right
I just wanted to say that when a woman does not submit, it's not intentional most times. You might think that she's intending not to submit to the other, but she may not even realize that she has lost the aspect of submission because the man, the kind of relationship she's in, has also lost the direction it's supposed to go in. The reason I say that is we all know how women are all round. That a woman is a multitasker. So when you put her in that, when she gets into that spot, she's going to go on an overdrive. For instance, if a woman sees that there are gaps in the relationship that the man is not feeling, and maybe she's in love with this guy, she's going to go in that overdrive mode and start doing the things that she's supposed to do to make it work, especially if she wants something to work. Now in that process, she loses aspects of submission unknowingly. Like for instance, I don't know which example. You may even think she's despising you, but she's For her, she feels she's just trying to take the responsibility where you're not.
Okay.
For instance, if let's say the man is not able to pay school fees, and the woman says, "Okay, we have the kids, let me pay the school fees," you're going to find that sometimes she may not even seek your
permission
opinion
on which school.
Yes.
Or she may not even tell you that, by the way, I paid fees yesterday or the other week or whatever. Or maybe she's paying the rent. She's just going to go overdrive and start doing these things for you guys, and then you're going to think she's being disrespectful.
Yes.
It even goes as far as the kind of food you cook. If a woman who is in her pure submissive role is going to ask Mwami tugenda kulyachi, like, what do you want to eat today? What do you feel like?
But who is not submissive osanga umukene?
Hey man, you've left 10K there to figure out how she can manage. Kubanga she knows the next 3 days.
Yes, Ditacha. Myra Holder, yes.
Never kuba fa basajja.
Yes.
Omukyala bwakuleka okola ebintu bingi otuuka ekiseera nga obimutu byomwebuuza kate nga olina obimwebuuzaako okimanyi nga waliwo obuntuntu ngo emmere ng'eyo tosobola nti gwagiguze nga toguza omukyala bikozi yafumba yamanya ebiwooma biki naye olumu nga olaba omukyala tafaayo nga bwannyuse bw'ajja omusanga akyagubye n'obugera mu busiripa otandika n'okusima because sijasanga wantu wagubye then enfulakamu pa nenjisaawo mangu biki because ndaba waliwo gaps abasajja naffe tubikola naye kyemmanyi kiri kimu nti abasajja kujjawo nga tolina intelligence ya kisajja omukyala oba omuoverloadinze era obireka kati nze bakyala bange sibabuuza mwana wajja amutute because I have no time sometimes to move around angamba bugambi ono mwana namukyusiza olw'ensonga gundi because bo bagenda mu domi tuzinza olumu ngenda ne ku ssomero ne muteekaawo nga sigenze na mu bisulo kulaba kati omukyala yena aganze nasanze obutaala bwakula bubi namukyusiza kati nga nekyo nakyo kingamba tali submissive because nze mmanyi gaapu yange nakuliyetingawo gap.
Let me tell you where that thing comes back around. If something bad happens to this kid, or if maybe the man realizes like the school fees is maybe a little bit higher, then the man is going to say, but why didn't you seek my opinion? And again, if a woman starts making some decisions, like one of our listeners says, yielding, and then seeking a man's opinion before you do something,
thank you.
She may even already have decided in her mind,
but just pretending to see.
Just pretending to see. And at the end of the day, a submissive woman will compromise. She'll let the compromise go the man's way. As in, she's going to advise you, tell her, I want to buy land in Mitiana, and she wants land maybe in Kawempe.
Thank you.
But at the end of the day, she's going to lean towards your decision.
Thank you. And this is where I want to shine a light on. First of all, we agree that submissiveness is a virtue that is learnt along the way, right? And sometimes it's an added advantage. But then along the way, we've seen couples lose mutual respect for each other. That is because from the onset of the relationship, you did not have closure when it comes to some of those things. Or you started being together, but you've not actually understood whether her as a person is submissive to you and to there are two things. There's being submissive to your man and there's having submissiveness and mutual respect for your relationship. Because there are days when your man is not going to come through as your man. There are times man is going to be scarce. There are times he's going to lose it. Now that's when you need to come through as the person who respects the relationship. There are times maybe when your man is going to go stray. There are days he's going to make mistakes. Are you going to put the relationship before Gidongo Richard, your man? Because obviously between relationship, no one to get relationship. You understand? For example, you are employed at Galaxy. Galaxy is an entity. That is your relationship. And then the show you do, Detacha is Morning Saga. Now that is your partner in the entity of Galaxy. That's why you find problems. Ken is loving the show. Thank you so much for wherever you tuned in from. Sadio, he says, we need to understand this. Sadio, you tuned in from Rukunjiri. He said, for as long as men are able to put everything on table, women will be submissive, which is hard.
Which is hard. Everything.
Everything. Let me tell you something. You know, this is what happens with men. Actually, most men that complain about submissiveness and respect in family, in homes, is if you're failing to provide as a man, please don't fail to communicate. You see that. Kati, if you've known what will I say was sent as a Kameza Henry, and you totally say I improvise as a woman. The next day you don't. Time comes for kids going back to school. Innocent. You're not communicating why you're innocent. You're not telling me what is going on in your life. I'm just seeing you acting up. Because what happens if a man doesn't have money, they're going to start acting up. So and you're not communicating. How do you expect me to start
it's called a man cave. You go into a man cave.
Yes, go into a man cave, but at least give me a hint of what is going on. I know that my man is dealing with this.
But then have you created an environment where I can confide in you?
I'm with you.
I'm with you, knowing at the back of my mind that if things go south, in a minute, in a second,
that's the fear I was talking about.
Yes.
Because that is the fear that is within men lately. Anytime. They keep on saying, since they come, take consent and all of that. But if you're with a woman who has been, because most of the men that complain about that,
yes.
and their women have been submissive, and now he's saying,
yes.
They're no longer being the women I met. But meaning, when she's being submissive and what?
Yes.
It's because it's obvious that she has that space for you, that space, that moment for you, that shoulder to lean on, that pillow, like you said it last time. So most men just get scared. Providing, and they're scared of communicating. They're scared of letting the partner know.
As we conclude this, there are people that have misconceptions that submission is getting down on your knees.
Submission, it can be that,
and then katunda mbosimba amavivi. Is that true submission?
Now that's when a man becomes, when a woman is trying to yield to what her man desires of her. So that can be submission. But also it's when she does it because she wants to do it.
Yes.
But I just wanted to respond a bit to build on Maya's point of you saying that creating that environment for a woman to understand what you're going through as a man.
Yes.
It goes back to the partnership aspect. As a couple, how is your relationship? Like how really is your relationship? Because most men know that as a husband in the home, I'm supposed to provide. When I'm broke or business has gone down or I've made losses in my business, I can't share with my wife.
Yes.
Because I have built our relationship on these grounds I never lack as a man. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much debt I go into, the woman must see milk, bread, she must see her.
But if I came conning you and told you that would you have accepted to put your future into
now
my
that
hands?
Is conning, that is vibing me. But then after you're done with vibing and taking this woman in. No, Henry. You must every woman wants a man who either has the potential to be successful or the kind of person she wants, or who is actually in that place already. One of the two depends on the woman.
Yes.
But they also want a man who can communicate, like she said, openly communicate with them. A woman will understand her man and still submit to him if she knows what's going on in his life. And that's why when guys reach a certain point where they feel, I can't tell her because the environment doesn't create, she's used to me doing everything, he goes for a side dish who can understand him in that place, forgetting that his woman could also understand. Yes.
Okay, side dish that's a discussion.
But that's one of the reasons why you get our side dish.
Actually, that they're not even aware.
But then hold up. You see, how do we approach the institution and this idea of a relationship? You understand? Because today, the Gen Zs and the typical muzinyi gwetwogerako, they approach a relationship from a point of ontadeko empeta obato gintadeko, there is another option. If you fail, I'm going to move on to another option. So when Muriku pressure, you're worried of the side chick who is going to be probably better than you, and the man is also worried about that guy who is going to come and give you everything that he's telling you in verbally. Tujja kola kino waliwo abiyina nga ye agenda bikolaki bikuwa. So there is no guarantee and there's no innermost security that this relationship, both my feet are on the ground. We are in relationships where we are waiting for one thing, agenda ddi. It's a matter of time. Ngenda kuocha agende, zigenda kundya agende, n'omuwala agamba agenda laba yansinga akole ki agende. So none of the people in a relationship are there solid bwe paba, because you see, if you're solid, if you've accepted that this is my relationship, this is my person, then some things will seamlessly happen. But as long as you've not accepted, let's say you're here and you're working on this job and you've not fully felt Galaxy at your heart, the moment anything happens, like, hey, you come go mzinda wateguliko otandikira okanyuga emikono waggulu, kangende banapitanga banjagala. You understand? You're already putting conditions that are not supposed to be there. So that's the problem we have. And also, we have not had people make us love relationships. The relationships have been painted with the picture of ochingira muchigenda kuocha. It's timba bagamba, it will end in tears. You will put, let's say Myra, you're dating the Tata and thank you.
All men are.
And all those are facts, by the way.
And then we are also living in societies where people do not like seeing people thrive. We have been to be but there are people, let's say
global village.
Pamela, you are happy with Detacha. Myra might not be happy for you.
Henry, relationship yo.
Thank you.
At least a neighbor or even somebody who stays in Lukunji can type and say Purimaka Kavuka Kaleke.
All right, let's get your feedback. 070710221. We're a punchline.
Not a punchline. Good examples.
Not to Musav, not to Musav, mono to be. Why is submission a challenge in this relationship? Yes.
Bona in songs of physical provision. Yeremesa submissiveness. What do you get?
Which makes it a transaction.
When a man doesn't give me enough sex, I will not submit. You're rotating around the provision.
Yes.
If a man doesn't feel his role is why. Rotating around financing the relationship.
Yes.
Nga bwe nkugambye nti buli mwana inagamba lwaki nze ateeka mu nzeka kyevanga nti bw'abazungu bakabuukadda kakugabana partnership gundi eyokusatu eyo ku submission gy'ogamba.
Yes. Mutual respect partnership, yes.
How do you partner financial and biki? Tetujja kufuna submission, tetujja kufuna relationship.
Kati submission tujerabire tujireke.
Buli
omu aleete something substantial to the table.
Tojja kubeera musajja ng'odimanding omukazi naye ateekemu. Olowooza nti ajja submitting nga bakazi abafirika beno submitting. Ajja submitting nga bazungu bino byaki.
Embuno tibili talk to me. This is Galaxy.
Campaign nyamuga.
Tony, aka Tradux and Ebugolo.
Yes, Tony.
Your submission yori wecho tikyatondeebwa omukazi okuba nga ali submissive to a man. Abasajja batondebwa okwagala.
Yes.
Then omukazi okubeera ng'oli submissive. Era ffe abasajja tutegeera nti omukazi atwagala ng'atugondodde ng'akoze submissiveness eyo agituukiriza. Omusajja lwakakasiza nti omukazi akola ki? Mwagala. Naye ebiseera ebimu ebintu bigenda ne byekyanga. Omukazi omulaga nti omwagala nga tayinza okuyisamu amaaso. Ng'akola ebitali abanga akukema okulaba nti noono ndigali biki. Naddala nkaawo okuba nga kutestinga okulaba patience yo endowooza yo naddala ng'okuzaalawo okuyisamu amaaso.
Thank you. Oyogera kuddamu. Galaxy.
Hey, the Red Seat, good afternoon.
Yes, peace.
Submission is automatic. Obuzibwa submission, some men take it kwagala kifuulanga fugabbi akufuge ng'ate omwana omuto. Besides everything, if you don't provide, there is no way, there is nothing I get from you. Si magezi, sina kyensobola kukubira n'enkwebuuzaako, sina kyensobola kukusaba. Don't expect me to be submissive. Tekijja kusoboka bamikwano. Submission will come nga you're worth it.
So that makes it a transaction. Naye waliwo n'abaana abatagenda nga abaana bambi bo tebamanyi what submission is. You are equal in the relationship. Toina ky'omugamba, when you say A, she will say in capital letters. When you put on jeans, she will put on bold jeans. When you go out, she will go amwesangayo gwamanyi. Omugamba he, she will say ha. Awo n'owulira omuliro ne gwaka mu relationship.
Jjange eno kanabola yampa tipu emwe.
Yes.
Either oba fala oba kaali. kyekyo omusajja bweyagala obufumbo ennaku zino butambula obwennaku zino naddala biki ebyo abola bali bufumbo obweyagala ngendo banonyereza kujukira nze ennonyi ndi researcher mwe mwava n'erinnya ditaacha kati ku research gye nakola yo either kaali o efala omukazi n'omuleka n'akola buli kimu nga bw'ayagala as long as goba n'abantu w'omuteeka mu angozo w'oyagala akome tegera era ebisigere ne bamulaba ng'abuuka ne bwakuboggolera gwe sometimes men late to go yafuse fala relationship etambule oba n'oba kaali nobagala ntaki ntonziramu
naye ate bakaali tebitera kuwangaala
abakaali sebo baseeka tekomanya ekigambo seeka oba okiwulira buulizi golekatoza ekigambo hajo nakimanyi so kati awo choosing between the two.
Nga tumaliriza, let me start off with you, Myra. How do we understand submissiveness and what is the take home from this discussion?
She mentioned something about Fogabi. Some men just misunderstand the word submission. On submission, they forget the partnership bit. Some men, bwakera kumachana kugamba, Myra, ledo, sagala, again, they don't no mugamba, you know what, babe? They don't bad agenda kwa na kugamba nedda. With no reason, explanation. Nedda togenda agenda. No mugamba na yemba dingenda kola na kugamba no. Nomuleka na agenda bagana nawe n'ogenda. She'll say that woman is not submissive, she does not listen and everything. But what you've done is not you, like it's not right. You can't just tell me don't do this with no explanation. I mean, we are partners in this. We communicate. You tell me don't do this because of this and this and this, and I will understand. I will respect. I will submit to that. But wasala ogobere dictator.
Yes.
I will not be submissive.
Oh wow.
So it's a partnership.
But you will stay in the relationship.
Yes.
You will not be. You will not be submissive, but you will stay in the relationship. Yes.
Bagaya balina amajjanga bali kali. Banera bajjagono batamwagala batasabiringa yamanyi neje kastojja maaso ge nabanga kanye yamanyi ebisigadde bafiringa mu mutima atya. Asajja bati batambuza kiko kubanga bano obuzibu buli ku provision noyo naye ayogedde era provision ye kigwe
as long as you provide.
This is why you making noise. What you yomba
but do you know
I would simplify this thing if we knew.
Yes.
No, but
submission is all about money.
Okay. No, it's not all about money. Even provision people who believe in the Bible from the beginning, what's the role of Adam and what's the role of Eve?
Provision, which is money.
Even when God cast them, what was his? What did he say?
Provide without money?
Of course, money.
How can you
is
provide?
Key.
Apart from sex.
No, detach. You will need money.
Nakazanya
said, nakera kada kusene nako you will not manage. If I'm poor, even if you take on me 100 times.
Detach. You guys.
However much
you will not salute.
No, you guys, I want you to accept that there are relationships where a woman is currently in the gap for that couple or for that marriage or for that relationship.
Financially.
Yes, financially, like as in she's really in the gap, and that's where the submission thing becomes. Men misunderstand that when a woman has taken over, she's now automatically
disrespectful, not submitting, and all that.
Yes, not submit because she's doing things that you are supposed to do. Doesn't mean that she does not respect you.
Anytime you lose financials, she's taking over and no submission.
No, she's not going to show up 100% the way you want. Let's accept facts. One, relationships are a gamble these days.
Yeah.
Two, relationships these days are not based on the submission that used to be those days. Yes. Relationships, the kind of submission is based on like you complimenting me as a couple, as a partner, us being friends, and how we communicate with each other,
and the chemistry we have, and as well.
Even the chemistry. I'm telling you, there's nothing as attractive to a woman as a man who takes charge. There's nothing every woman wants that man who will tell her, you know. Well, even if he's saying today you're not going out with your friends, but it's the way he says it. You know, every woman wants that dominant man. It makes her fall back in her energy as a woman and enjoy it because the man is taking the right. But it's how the men say it. Now, we must also understand that we are living in an era where couples are going 50-50, where men are not trustworthy, women are not trustworthy. At the end of the day, I would advise the girls that if you're looking for a man and you know you want to fall into your submissive role,
yes,
get that man that loves you more than you love yourself. But again, a young girl, it's going to be hard, not more than you love yourself, but that really loves you more than you love him.
Yes.
But with a young girl, it's going to be hard because usually a young girl is going to fall for a guy she has feelings for.
Exactly.
And at the end of the day, you end up fighting with him. You become so jealous because you can't, but because you have feelings for him.
Yes.
But if you fall for a guy that loves you, that man is going to take charge, whether he has money, by the way, or not.
How is he going to provide?
No. Whether,
as you're concluding,
not all,
yes.
Nitacha, let me just say this. Like I said before, not all relationships are based on money. I'm telling you. No, I am telling you guys. Some relationships are based on the potential of someone at that moment. For instance, you're dating a guy in campus. At 5 years down the road, fast forward, you get married.
Still,
did you have him when he had money?
Still,
no.
not
You
that
had
money you want, but
still
he has some provisional roles he playing. He buys a Rolex. He buys whatever property.
Hold up. For me,
that's the potential we are talking about.
No money.
That's the potential we are talking about.
Have to say before you conclude.
No, we are out of time, but I'm going to give you a couple of seconds. You see, there's something, my fallback point every time we are discussing about relationships is, do not forget that the person you have, before he's Gidongo Richard, he's a man. Treat him as a man. And Richard, before she is Myra, she is a woman. Take some time to understand how the anatomy of a woman works and how the anatomy of a man works. And then you, as a person, you can only accept what you can. And do not, from the word God, whether you're with someone who looks like Jesus.
Don't hang in there.
Because you see, the problem is we tolerate much and then it is too late. Sometimes you've already committed, maybe probably there are children in the picture, or there's a ring, or your families know each other, and then you can't reverse your decision. And
you still can.
You still can, by the way. But
the
damage is too much.
Yes.
But then also do not be too timid, thinking that omuntu oyo gwolina bamukupimako tosobola kufunayo mulala. And I see that a lot when it comes to women. And sometimes men. Nobeera n'omuntu nobeera naye buli kimu ne bakikola, and you have your values and principles. Wenga gwe byoyagala naye nga tebabikola, and then you stay there in the name of love, and then ogenda okuzukuka nga it's already too late. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And men, boys, guys in a relationship, remember this: you are a leader. The moment you have Myra and you say A, she says B, run. Don't compromise.
And Henry, sorry, but all that comes to just two factors. A man getting a woman that he loves, he's going to go all out for that woman.
Thank you.
And that woman is automatically going to submit to him because this man is going all like she's really. So at the end of the day, that's how you can complement each other. But if you go outside that, no way.
Thank you. We shall resume this conversation and next week. Ditacha
baba fumba banakawani bakategedde dda provision eri kumaja, submissiveness eri kumaja, anything omukazi bagambye, as long as you cannot play your manly duties or husband duties, zonna zibesinga kumaja. Tetulinga bajajja fente ojagenda mu nsiko yigolete, it's money. Even satisfactory bedroom business depending on obwongo buliwamu olina kumaja.
Waliwo balina sente naye nga tebakuba saluti, okimanyi?
Ati kati oyo problem aba yalwala. Oyo sickness ikanayakana yali n'omubiri.
Nayendanga ne taata wa Chentebi. You can listen.